Today in this video, we are talking about one of Zimbabwe's most talked about women, Mai TT, Felistas Murata. She's loved, she's criticized, she's judged, but this time she stepped into Nollywood with her debut film, Lost in Ashes, a movie born in the darkest chapter of her life behind prison bars, premiered last Sunday with a big budget. This is not just entertainment, this is redemption, controversy, and the power of turning pain into purpose. So, welcome to Conversations with Annie, and today, like I said, we are diving deep into the story behind Mai Titi's movie, Lost in Ashes. Now, whether you love her or not, you can't deny this. Mai Titi has done something bold. She has taken a life story, the pain, the scandals, the prison time, and turned it into art. So let's break it down. What really inspired this movie? How did she raise the resources? Why does it matter, not just in Zimbabwe, but to all of us in the world? Let's rewind back to 2023. Felistas Murata, a household name on social media, suddenly finds herself behind bars. She's isolated, she's humiliated, she's judged even by some of us, and she's judged by the same public that once cheered her. But in those long nights in prison, she didn't just cry. She wrote. She poured her pain, her regrets, her dreams into stories, and out of that came the foundation for Lost in Ashes. Think about that for a second. Some people would have crumbled, others would have hidden forever, but she decided to face the shame head on and say, "My pain will not kill me, my pain will build me." How many of us, especially in the diaspora, know what that feels like? To be judged, to make mistakes, to feel like your whole life has bent to the ground. But the truth is, even in the ashes, there's always a spark. Fast forward to today. Mai TT is no longer in prison. She is and she was on the red carpet. Lost in Ashes premiered in Harare at Westgate Cinemas. The budget, it wasn't that small. The cast, Nollywood heavyweights like Mike Ezuruonye, Mike Godson, Anita Joseph, Chinyere Wilfred, acting alongside Zimbabwean talent. And for the first time, Zimbabwe's National Arts Council officially registered Mai TT under the film and digital arts category. That's a huge step for her credibility. Now, whether you like it or not, you have to respect the risk. She could have played it safe. Instead, she took her pain, put money on the table, and invited Africa's biggest film industry, Nollywood, to tell a story with her. Let's pause here because this is bigger than a movie. It's a life lesson. Mai Titi was tired of being defined by gossip, blogs, and judgment. She said, "I'll tell my story myself. In life, if you don't define yourself, others will." Prison is not glamorous. Being publicly dragged is painful. But instead of hiding, she used that setback as fuel. What's your prison? Maybe not literally bars, but rejection, divorce, financial failure. Invest in yourself. That's the only thing that we can do. She bet on herself, and sometimes that's the only bet you can control. Now, let's talk about why this matters to us. especially in the diaspora. Many of us are living double lives abroad. We smile, we work hard, we send money, but inside we are fighting depression, broken marriages, or stigma from mistakes we made. My TT story says, your mistake doesn't define you. Your comeback can. Maybe your lost in ashes moment is losing a business. Maybe it's betrayal in your marriage. Maybe it's starting again after being deported or fired. The lesson is the ashes are not the end. They can be the beginning. Of course, not everyone is clapping for her. Some are saying she doesn't deserve this chance. Others are saying it's just another publicity stunt. But let's be honest. How many times have we torn down our own? How many times do we celebrate people's failures more than their victories? Yes, my Titi has made mistakes. We all did. Yes, she's controversial, but tell me who among us has no ashes in our story? Hmm? Maybe instead of gossiping, we should ask, what can I learn from this? Because failure is universal, comeback is optional. So, here's my final thought. Lost in Ashes isn't just a film, it's a mirror. It shows us that no matter how low you sink, you can rise again. It challenges us to own our own narrative, to invest in our own dreams, and to turn shame into strength. So, family, what is your lost in ashes story? What is the one thing that almost destroyed you, but could also be the fire that refines you? Drop it in the comments because your comeback story might inspire someone else healing. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs hope today. And if you want more conversations like this, subscribe and join the family. This is Conversations with Anicia. And remember, even in the ashes, there's always a spark. Goodbye.